Yo, it's D.Arthur in the building. Talking to you guys today about semen retention, female attraction, why semen retention is the ignition to masculine frame, and how you can keep your masculine frame so you can become more attractive to women in general. Now, semen retention is the key, is the ignition, the key to masculine frame. Masculine frame means you're holding your frame. You're committing to masculinity, no matter what the circumstances may seem. Because what tends to happen when you're playing the so-called attraction game, when you're trying to, let's say, court a woman, she's gonna administer to you convenience test, shit test that we like to call it. And in order for you to hold frame and hold dominance and hold assuredness and hold your frame, you're gonna have to be on semen retention, because when you relapse, you have this fear-based consciousness. And this goes first. If anybody who's relapsed can tell you, it's this thing called a fear-based consciousness. If your reality is based on how you think about things and your perspective on things, then when you relapse, what tends to happen is you're admitting this thing called a fear-based consciousness, which means as soon as you relapse, as soon as you decide to stroke the chicken and ejaculate, as soon as you relapse, as soon as the semen is out, what tends to happen, you start having brain fog. Your brain starts giving evidence of, hey, because you did this, you're not the person that you said you were gonna be. You're still doing this, and you're not the person that you said you were gonna be. And now it's gonna give you evidence of all of your past failures. Maybe it's what happened was, maybe in the past you got ghosted by somebody, or you failed something, or you didn't come up to your full potential or something, or you got curved, or your losses. What tends to happen when you relapse is that your subconscious goes back to all of the, let's say, L's that you've taken in life, and it puts them at the forefront of your brain. And it shows the evidence of, because you did this, this is who you are, and you're basically what people like to say, a fake, or you're not basically living to your true potential. Now, there's good news. As time passes and as you regain back your seminal fluid, you'll have that confidence again to hold frame. But I'm talking about as soon as you relapse, everything seems to be like, oh my gosh, you're gonna have this fear consciousness. You're gonna be very afraid, very unsure of yourself, because you're doing things that are very questionable. And if you do things that are questionable, your brain has no choice but to give you questionable examples of what you've done in the past. So in order to avoid this, if we're talking about your life, to avoid this inconvenience and this fear-based consciousness, don't relapse, continue retaining. Also, in order to increase, let's say, testosterone and increase your masculinity, once you relapse, go and hit the gym, hit a full day of squats. We can notice that if you hit a full day of squats, what's gonna happen is you're gonna emit more testosterone into your nutsack, and you'll be a lot more confident, because you're doing something that's quote unquote hard. You have to do a lot of hard things, so your brain can say that, hey, he's becoming the person that he really wants to be. Now, once you've retained and you're confident with yourself, your masculinity will tend to talk for itself. Even your voice may deepen up a little bit. You'll have a more masculine build. You'll be confident. Women like confidence and assuredness. And the way to be confident and never doubt yourself is to retain your seminal fluid. We found this over and over again, that this is probably the best way to hold confidence and become your truest version. Now, once you hold this frame and once you're carrying out your masculinity, what you need to do is also focus on yourself. This will help you build that masculine frame and keep it, because once those shit tests are administered, you're gonna have to try to beat them, correct? So by beating them, you'll be a lot more sure of yourself. And even if she tries to say something about you, maybe it's your height, maybe it's your appearance, maybe it's just your beliefs and stuff, you're gonna be a lot more confident to stick to your beliefs. The worst thing that you can do is alter your beliefs based on what the woman believes. You have to remain true to yourself, no matter how she may look, no matter what she may do to you. This is a test. She's testing you to see if you are what you really say you are. Also, once you've let's say courted her and you guys are, let's say, together, the shit tests don't stop. At some point, she's always gonna be trying to test you to see if you're still that person that you were when you were trying to pull her at the beginning. So it's important to keep masculine frame throughout the entire relationship with the person you have, whether it's a friends with benefits, whether it's a real relationship, whether it's anything. It's important to hold masculine frame. And like I said, the best way to keep masculine frame so you can attract women is to go on semen retention, because a man with a full sack and a man who's hitting the gym, hitting his purpose, doing all the things that he has to do, he's going to be a lot more confident, and he's not going to be emotional if she doesn't react how he wants her to. Now, in order to, let's say, court her and get her to actually like you, because you could be on semen retention, but a lot of guys don't know how to keep the conversation going and actually get her to like you, where she's reacting towards you. What you need to do is hold your semen, and then once you're talking to her, you have to use body language techniques. You have to be very, very purposeful in how you act around her. You can't just be just like think nothing of it. There has to be specific things that you do to hold attraction. Some of these things is holding eye contact, deepening your voice, caressing her a little bit, touching her on the shoulder, holding frame, being direct in your interaction, not being passive aggressive. A man who's passive aggressive really won't win when it comes to female attraction, because he's kind of scared of showing attraction. If he doesn't like something that she did, the best thing for you to do is to call it out so she knows how to act the next time around. Because if you keep letting her get away with certain things, she's not going to respect you as much. You have to hold that frame. You have to position yourself as if you're very assured of yourself, no matter, even if you're not assured of yourself. You have to act as so. You have to act as if you are sure of yourself. And semen retention really helps you do all of these things, because once you've retained, you're becoming a natural man. And natural men do all the things that I just said. It's just that in today's society, there's a lot of unnatural men who like to relapse, who put pussy on a pedestal, and like to be fake alphas. And if you want to be a true alpha, you can't care what other people think. You can't always be up in other people's business. You have to focus on yourself, and you really have to just really care about yourself fully until you're really okay with yourself. And then if someone asks for help, then you can help them out. But going in this thing where you're always asking what other people are doing, or trying to check up on other people, or trying to ask them in a condescending way of how they're doing, then you're really not really fulfilling your purpose, and you're becoming what we like to call a yes man. You're becoming a yes man, a person who likes to check up on other people and isn't really even fulfilled with himself. So hold frame. Semen retention is the most natural way to become masculine. A lot of guys like to have estrogen, like to raise estrogen levels. They care too much what the woman thinks. They care too much how they look. They care too much about this. The thing is, in masculinity, it's about how you carry yourself and your drive, and how you're very unmovable, unshakable when things are thrown at you. This is the definition of a leader. A man who's a leader. Look at this, for example. Like in a meeting, if the person is, a question is asked, the people who look at the real leader is the person who the people look at when questions are asked. There's a difference between being the leader of the meeting and being a leader and being the true leader. You can operate the meeting in a administrative way, but that doesn't mean you're the true leader. The true leader is the person who is looked at once the tough questions are being asked. If you call yourself a leader, then you're pretty much not the leader. It's mostly subconscious. Now, if you want to get more in depth in how to hold masculine frame, click on the link below. I put a video training series on how to effortlessly attract any woman that you want. Like, comment, and subscribe below.